Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about how you got folks in this world that when you say you do not skim your films or your live streams or your shorts or whatever, that's like a new thought to them, you know, because a lot of folks and businesses out there always do like to skim their work, you know, and they like to take so much time to do it too. And this is how it goes like. Well, Jordan, I heard you don't skim your films. Well, you heard right. I do not skim my films at all. Well, why is that? Because it takes too much time, you know. It takes too much time. That's why I don't skim my films. I put it in the tool. There's all these settings, all these tools. Half of the settings don't work at all, you know. Which say you just want to make your film brighter. Sadly, your film gets more brighter. Then you want to make it more darker, but oh no, the tool just makes it more darker. So there's time blown right there. And then which say you want to put a beginning sheet or an end sheet to your film. It's like, well, all right, you wrote it. You know, you chose which way you wanted to write it. Okay, yeah, that's done. But which say that's the only thing you wanted to do. Or which say, I wanted to do one of the worstest things you can do is have it cut out something. And either be A, it doesn't cut nothing out at all. B, it does. You know. But then it makes the film unworkable. Or then which say, that's all I wanted to do. Then I have to have the film being handled into a file, and that takes too long. So yeah, skimming one's film, no need which kind of film skimming tool you're working with, free or bought or whatever, just takes up too much time. But do not say that to the many of folks and businesses out there that do that all the time. Don't say that to any sport business, film business, show business, or play business out there that thinks that their shit has to be skimmed. You know, they truly believe it has to be. They think if it's not skimmed, it's not sellable, and it's not deedable either. They think it can't be handled, that it can't be sold, and it can't be, yieldable or whatever, or galtable, whatever. They don't think it can be worked that way. And a lot of businesses and folks are always worried about coming off as non-flawless. But Jordan, aren't you worried about folks, not seeing your work as flawless? No, I'm not worried about anyone watching my work and saying, oh, your work's not flawless. Because the truth is, true life isn't flawless, so I'm not worried about that. But what about trolls and bullies and scavers out there? You're going to give them something to work with. Well, then they got something to work with. I have no sway over how they behave or what they think. Knowing them, anything they see gives them something to work with. And no, I don't care about that. I know that's something to some folks and filmmakers out there and whatever who think that their films have to be skimmed because they have to hide their flaws or mistakes or whatever. Want to make it look like that want to make it look like that their film or their life or whatever is flawless when it's not. So as you know, I do not skim my work. Never have, never will. I'm going to take that back and say that I did do it in the past, but it took up too much time. Either made the films too bright or too dark. The end sheets were like, whatever, alright. But cutting anything out, either it didn't cut nothing out, it cut out the wrong thing. So I don't want to hear about how Skimmer is your friend, because Skimmer is not my friend.